Okay, I tell them follow the peace. I want my heart on my sleeve. Okay, like I got a top of the teeth. Okay.
What's up, mis peces? It's your girl Nitty Sierra, and welcome back to Serenity, where your peace matters. Now, for those of y'all who aren't new, we have a couple of changes that I have made to the channel, starting with, as y'all can see, we got a new YouTube video intro made by yours truly, but the song is personalized and made by a good friend of mine, Zakel. I'll make sure to put all his information down in the description box below. If you like underground, non-mainstream musicians, please make sure that you check him out. He's extremely talented, and not to toot my friend horn, but he got a voice on him, okay? So definitely please make sure that you check him out. I really appreciate him for making this song for me because it literally makes my channel way more authentic. It makes how the video starts more authentic. So I really appreciate him for that because I did not want to use some random ass music source from whatever editing apps that I use. Like, I did not want to do that. Not that those are bad. Like, if you use those, like, I still use those in regular like videos, but just for my intro I wanted it to be something special, especially since this is like my whole comeback. As y'all oh, hi Winter, say hi Winter. Oh, along with our new intro, Winter. Along with our new intro, I also have a new intro slogan, which y'all just heard. We also have a new outro slogan, which y'all will hear at the end of the video. And we also have a subby name change. So without further ado, I'm going to give a quick reintroduction to my channel for those who are new, so we can go ahead and get into today's content. So for those of y'all who are new here, hi, I'm Serenity. I go by the handle Nitty Sierra, which is just the combination of the last letters of my first name, Serenity, which is just a childhood nickname that my dad picked up, and I've been going by it family wise ever since. And then Sierra is my middle name, so there you have it, Nitty Sierra. I am 21 years old. I turned 22 this November 12th. So if y'all want to like join me on this journey through my roaring 20s, you might as well go ahead and subscribe, my babes. Right now I am currently a gap year college student who is taking a break because that whole broke college stereotype is not just a fucking stereotype. If you do not have the scholarships or if you do not have the funds to go to college, your grades are your fucking money. And unfortunately, I played around with my grades, which was me playing around with my money. Honestly, it wasn't just because, I just was a bad student and I just couldn't get it together. I really just feel like I just jumped straight into college when I wasn't ready for college. My mom told me to actually go to like a smaller schooling, so like for cosmetology, for example. In high school, I want to say my 10th grade year of high school to my 11th grade year of high school, that school that I had went to at the time had a cosmetology class. And so the plan was for me to get my license so I could become a cosmetologist, etc. I ended up moving from that school to the school that I ended up graduating from, and that school didn't have cosmetology. That school had academies, and I decided to choose the Academy of Video Production. But I'm looking at my little graduation bear, and I'll put a picture up of my medal, but as you can see, I had put my medal of the academy that I was in on my bear. I decided since I couldn't graduate school with the cosmetology license, I'll try to graduate school in an academy of art and go to school for it. But I honestly realized that I did not need to go to school for what I wanted to do. So y'all don't know, but I'm an artist. There, I said it. Sometimes I hate saying it because it just feels cringy, but it's about time that I do something with it and I be open with it and I don't give a fuck about it. Okay, I basically realized that I didn't have to go to school for what I wanted to be, which is a graphic designer. What I needed was just a decent portfolio and enough foot traffic. And after a while, I just started feeling like I was in college on this campus literally for no reason. Like, I didn't really need to be here to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. I could go back to school for cosmetology and have that to fall back on and then just do my art. And I realized that doing art on somebody else's schedule is not as freeing. Art is supposed to be freeing, okay? No matter what you're doing it, if you're doing, even if you're doing it for other people, it's supposed to feel freeing. And to be on a school schedule, to be on school deadlines with your art, not being able to create my own schedule, it really got to me where I became unmotivated. And thus, here I am. I recently just started my business page on Instagram. It's called Serenity Sierra. Please make sure y'all go follow in the link below. I'll make sure I put everything in the description. I will be making custom business cards, logos, flyers, invitations, things of that caliber. So if you need a graphic design artist, if you need something made to be sent out for you and your peers, please make sure to follow my business page and make sure you DM me. I will be responding to all my inboxes. Last thing we're gonna go ahead and get into before we get into the content is the subby name change. So what I refer to you guys as my subscribers is mis peces, which translates to my pieces, not pieces as in, you know, actual like fragments. My name means piece, so I kind of wanted to do like a cute little play on play word. Even though the Spanish language doesn't typically use peace in the plural sense, when you're talking about making peace multiple times over or making peace like worldwide, that's when peace is used, you know, like pieces. So you have mis pases, because I feel like if I can get the whole entire world watching me, it's because the inner peace in you is fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? There's some type of vibration just clicking. We're not even gonna touch on the last name that I tried to give y'all because it was trying to say the same thing but too much. Okay, this rolls off the tongue way better and smoother and it's straight to the point. And I hope you guys like it because it means a lot to me. Uploads for videos like this will be posted every Sierra Sundays. And if I do vlogs, which I plan on doing vlogs more when I have a car and I can be out and about to do more things, I will still do vlogs once in a while on my busier weeks, just so, you know, to give you guys content. But you can expect them on Serenity Saturdays. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about types of people to let go of, friendship edition. So if you have anybody in your inner circle that's been rubbing you off the wrong way, stay and watch this video, and if any one of these things checks off your friends list, go ahead and cut that friend off, babe. Those of y'all who know me in real life, y'all know that I just went through the most craziest friendship breakup and literally my first long-term friendship breakup. This was somebody that I was friends with since grade school, okay? That's a story for another time because I got to enjoy the peace that I fought for. Literally. But I just noticed ever since I had to do what I had to do that there was just a lot of red flags that you just don't realize because you love somebody so much and you really want a friendship to work out with somebody, the type of things that you would let slide, that if this person was a fucking stranger, you would not be fucking letting them slide. This is not even the first time I've actually had to fight a friend. This is the second time I've had to fight a friend. Now y'all can hit me with the, oh, you could be the bigger person, but sometimes when you ignore a red flag long enough, they turn into red sirens, and once it starts wailing too much, you gotta wail on her. A lot of people see my name on my name tag at work or whatever and be like, are you peaceful? Are you like your name says you are? And all I can do is give them a little smirk because it's all about balance. I can be as peaceful as they come. I know when to pick and choose my battles. And that's literally all it is. Picking and choosing your battles, knowing when some things aren't worth it and knowing when some things are. Number one, let's start off with the jealous friend. A jealous friend will say things to you that sound like it's a compliment, but if you take your second ear to listen, it actually truly reveals how they feel about themselves. So you ever peep somebody who gives their own selves backhanded compliments? Like they don't give you backhanded compliments. That's a whole nother red flag. But they give their own selves backhanded compliments. And it's like you can't really accept it as a compliment because they're talking shit about themselves at the same time. Oh, a personal example is I remember that ex bestie that I was talking about, when I would go over to her house and, you know, I would go shop in her closet like besties do. And she would say things like, here, like, you should have this, try this on. And I would try it on. She'd be like, oh, yeah, like, that looks good on me. And I'll think, okay, hyping me up. But then the, oh, you look good, like, whatever, will turn into,
Yeah, I couldn't wear that because it just doesn't look right on me. I'm too this, that, and the third in these places. Like I got too much going on, you know.
and she would like this herself. I would want to like accept the hype, but at the same time, now I feel like I can't accept the hype that you're trying to give me because now I feel like I gotta console you and now I gotta hype you up. Which isn't a problem. Like I don't have a problem hyping my friends up, but when you have a person where they hype you up by putting themselves down constantly, that becomes a major red flag. Or they say things like, oh, I wish I looked like you, or I wish I could do this more like you. It sounds like it's admiration and they're just admiring you, but really it's masked envy proposed as flattery. So if you don't clock it before they butter you up, honey, I'm not gonna say cut them off right away about it, but I feel like check them about it. We grown. We should be able to tell each other as friends, right? Hey, if you're gonna give me a compliment, bestie, don't put yourself down. You are a bad bitch. Like if you're gonna compliment me, let it, be just like about me. You don't gotta put yourself down. You don't gotta say nothing negative about yourself because you are this, that, and the third. I feel like we're grown enough to address these issues, but until we are in these issues and we've dealt and experienced it with other people, we don't know how to address it. And that's just part of being on this journey called life. If they're jealous of your other friendships or just the friendships that you have with other people, but for example, they'll question how you feel about them versus your other friends. So they'll try to basically make you compare them to your other friends. Another personal example that I have of this with the same friend, this was in middle school. So and it might sound like a long time ago to y'all, like, oh, why you still hung up on it? Like I said, a whole situation happened and all the red flags came rushing back. Okay. So boom. I remember in middle school, I was the type of girl where I had multiple different friend groups and not all of my friend groups mixed. Okay. Now I wasn't the type of girl who everybody was my friend and I was everybody's friend. No, I wasn't that fake. It's just I was able to be friends with different types of people in different types of cliques. Okay. I know cliques, cringy. It was middle school. Okay. I had this homegirl, Tink, which Tink is still my sister to this day. Don't get it twisted. She was down for the ride when me and this friend that I'm having all these red flags about fell out. I was just super, super clingy. Like, I'm the clingy friend. Nothing has really changed. I'm the clingy friend. I love hugs. I love kisses. I love embracements, all of that. I was only like that with certain friends. And it was just a friend that I looked up to. And even though I'm actually like a year older than her, she always felt like a big sister. So I guess the friend with the red flag seen how I was with Tink and started questioning me. Not even really questioning me, just bluntly saying like, "Oh, you like your other friends more than me. Like I can tell. Like you like Tink more than me." And please don't call me fake for this, y'all, because at this point in our friendship, when she started questioning little stuff like that, she was already showing red flags. Like this isn't even like the beginning of the beginning. I feel like at the time when she brought that up to me, I never thought about it before. I never questioned it before. So my initial reaction was, of course, like, no, I love all my friends the same. But then after she said that, I really started thinking about all the little things that she does that my other friends just simply don't do, which makes me be able to tolerate them a lot more. And that's another thing. Really, friendships are a relationship, but friendships and actual romantic relationships are two different things. If you got a friend that's acting like your man when it comes down to your other friends, let it go. To close out jealousy, because I had a lot of points for this one. A lot of women who have low self-esteem will become friends with other women who they think are better just so they can try to mirror them to get what they get, whether it's the type of attention, the money, the career, the same type of treatment. And at the end of the day, you're not here to be anybody's shadow. You want to know what's on the same level as an attention whore? An attention hater. Being friends with people who get upset when you receive more or a different type of attention from other people than they do. And remember, this doesn't have to be over a man or over a significant other. Or people will literally not fuck with you because their friends fuck with you just as much as they fuck with them. And when they peep that, they start getting a little insecure, like, hold on, is this gonna take my spot? So some personal examples I have of this is of another friend, completely different friend. This is actually the first friend that I fought. We had this friend group that consisted of guys and girls. It was a good mixture of it. So this girl, we're gonna call her, I should have gave the other friend a name because I have story times for both of these girls that I'm talking about. So the first friend that I was talking about, the long-term friend, we're gonna call her Stank. If you know, you know, and I'll elaborate when I do the story time about her. The second ex-friend that I'm talking about, we're gonna call her Froggy. And again, when I do the story time on her in the future, I'll give an explanation. But keep those two names in mind because you will hear them again. The school that we all went to, right? I had moved from that school to go to another school, the school with the cosmetology class. But then I ended up going back to that school. So I guess while I was gone, she had moved to that school. And I don't know if it was because when I came back, she thought that I was just like this new girl, that I was just walking up to people that in her mind, she probably thinking that I'm just walking up to random people the whole time I know them. She would get so annoyed, y'all. She would say things like,
Oh, this bitch stayed talking to somebody. This hoe stayed hugging somebody.
keep in mind, like, It's not like I was just going up hugging niggas. If I did, they was my homies and they was my actual homies and people that I knew for years. Or if they was my little yeah person that I flirted with, I would hug them because I was single during my senior year actually. So it's not like I didn't know who the fuck I was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? This is my school. And y'all, it wouldn't be one of those situations where it would just be me and her by ourselves and I would completely leave her to go start a whole brand new conversation with other people. It'll be situations where like we're walking and as we're walking, I will see people that like I'm like, oh hey, what's up? And I'll stop for like a quick second to say hi or to give a quick little hug and then continue walking with her. And even then, she would have something slick to say out of her mouth. I remember another thing she said was like,
You always know somebody.
I would take it and I would laugh it off because it's like, how do you really respond to that in the heat of the moment? Looking back on it, it's just like, another thing I want to mention about this friend group with Froggy, I don't know if it's because when she moved, she made friends with those friends that I was already friends with, and I came back and she seen that all her friends were also my friends and been my friends. I don't know if that provoked her or threatened her in any type of way. That actually leads into my third red flag: friends who will badmouth you to your other friends. Not just friends who will badmouth you to random people talking shit. Friends with people who will literally badmouth you to your other friends to try and get your other friends to turn on you and join a hate train. And the personal example that I have for this one is also with Froggy, and it was prom week, senior prom week 2022. And I remember I didn't show nobody my dress. I only told the friend group my colors. What I didn't know was that there was a whole nother group chat created that I wasn't in. Again, red flag within itself. My homegirl Trinity, shout out to you Trinity too, because that's my bitch down. Okay, Trinity's a good friend. She's the type of friend where you can't be a bad friend to me around her or she's gonna check you. She hits me up and she tells me that Frog and another girl that was in our friend group or whatever, colors that I chose for my prom wasn't gonna look right. Whatever she said in the group chat, the other friend that I mentioned, she had put her little 2 cents in it, and I'm pretty sure she did join the little bandwagon. Trinity, from what I seen, she was the only one that really said something and defended me. Like, oh no, it looks cute. Oh, it looks alright. Oh, well, we don't know. We have to see. When I confronted Froggy about it, she tried to play it off like, oh,
Well, I just couldn't imagine like just that bright color with your hair with the dark color of the dress. Like I didn't know which shades you were talking about, so the shades that were popping up in my head just didn't match.
well, baby, get more imaginative at that point. Pictures up. This was my prom. This was my prom. Wherever I'm gonna put it, I don't know. Hold on, let me see if I can call her right now. This is my friend Trinity, y'all. So I'm trying to remember the dialogue of the whole her talking shit about my prom dress. Like I don't remember exactly what was said, but I was just trying to see if you could have any fillers for me.
Remember that y'all were in a group chat and you had sent in your prom dress like to show like that you was that girl because you fucking were. And
Thank you.
like in the class with me and my friend. And me and my friend was like, I don't like that because like that's supposed to be like her best friend. And I was like, I love Trinity, so I don't play that. And that's when I had told you, I think either that day or I had texted you like they had a separate group chat outside of that group chat because they both was like talking about it in a different whole message. And I was just like, that's weird because like y'all have a whole group chat, so why are y'all talking behind her back about the prime dress? And I didn't see a problem wrong with the dress at all. On top of that, her dress was crunchy. It was horrible. Okay.
I got the picture. I still got some pictures too. Don't let me be petty on this damn YouTube. But thank you so much for helping me complete the story.
And y'all better subscribe.
Say it again. Hold on. I'm gonna get closer.
And y'all better subscribe.
Yep. Moving on to red flag number 4, being friends with somebody who claims they put you on to everything. Okay. I do not mind giving credit when credit is due, but you will literally have people trying to take credit for something that they didn't even put you onto. Y'all could have just simultaneously discovered something and fuck with it at the same time. And then later on, when that same thing that y'all bonded over, or that y'all have in common pops or is present, they all of a sudden want to be like, oh yeah, I put you onto that. And then it's like, you don't got no proof, so you can't necessarily like negate it. But as soon as you tell them like, no, you didn't, they start trying to combat it with, yes, I did. And that shit is so annoying. Somebody that will literally like go back and forth with you, even if it's just for a little bit, but literally will go back and forth with you over something that they truly did not put you onto. And they can't grasp the understanding that y'all have discovered the same liking for the same thing at the same time. Like, and even if somebody wanted to take their own credit, I still wouldn't mind it if it's not a consistent thing. Once it becomes about the same thing over and over again, that becomes so annoying, and it gives you wouldn't like this without me. The knowledge that you have about this thing is now mine because I put you onto it. I don't know, but I also don't know why people can't just take the credit and both people acknowledge it one time and then move on it past there. If you're the type of bitch that likes to constantly keep bringing that shit up, you're weird. Sorry. Our fifth and final last flag that we're going to be talking about today is friends who can't fucking apologize to you straight. Of course, this can go for any relationship, but we're talking about friendships right now. If you got a friend that apologizes with excuses, can't just apologize flat, I'm sorry, because of, you just need to go ahead and cut them off, because it is exhausting being around people who just don't know how to take accountability for their actions and who are so scared of being in the wrong in the situation. They'll say things like, oh, I'm sorry that you felt that way, or I didn't mean it like that. Oh, well, you know that I had XYZ going on, or you know that da 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 da. Like, they try to hit you with explanation before they try to hit you with caring about how the fuck they made you feel. Cut them off, babe. Snip. If they can't take accountability, then they can't grow, because they're going to just keep making the same little absent-minded mistakes that they have been making. The straw that broke the camel's back with me and Stank, to give it a long story short, her boy cousin sexually assaulted me. Her girl cousin gaslit me because she overheard me saying fuck him, and everything spiraled up from there, because once her girl cousin got hot with me for overhearing what I was saying, it was like her whole entire family versus me. And I don't know if she thought that because this was just her family, I was going to step down and let them talk to me any type of way, but it did not go down like that. That is literally a whole nother story time. Like I said at the beginning of the video, that's the story that I'm talking about. I'm just going to give you breadcrumbs so y'all could see the bigger picture of how important it is, or how really it can fuck up a relationship, somebody not being able to apologize. By the end of the night, I don't know if she got frustrated with me for, you know, not stepping down to her family, but she definitely chose her family, her real family side over our sisterhood, and she ended up putting her hands on me. And then the next day texts me asking me how I'm doing like nothing happened. I ignore her. And then instead of texting me trying to check up on me again, she texts me this big ass, long ass paragraph saying,
Even though I was drunk and I was just trying to help you, I remember all of the mean, nasty things that you said to me while I was just trying to help.
keep in mind, y'all, the mean, nasty things that she's saying that I'm saying to her, or I said to her, was me trying to tell her to stop putting her hands on me when we were already in a heated situation, because she wasn't listening to me when I was trying to say it nicely and respectfully. Because I know how to who to watch my tone with. Like, I know that even if I'm fussing at so and so, if I turn to somebody I'm cool with, I'm gonna be able to bring it back down a notch. So it was no reason for her to feel like her putting her hands on me was a good way or genuine way of helping. She basically tried to victimize herself as if me saying whatever I was saying to get her off of me, to get her from restraining me, was just so bad and so random, and it was just so unjust and undeserved. No, it was very much warranted. It took a whole bunch of going back and forth for like a whole hour through text at that. And even then, it took us getting on the phone and me saying everything that I was saying through text on the phone for her to finally apologize. And when she did apologize, she used the "oh my bad, I was drunk" excuse. Isn't that the same excuse your cousin that just assaulted me and his peoples is trying to use to save face? That's gonna be the bonus red flag right there. Being friends with that you are unsafe being intoxicated around, okay? If you are around a group of where if shit goes down south and they don't have the adrenaline that'll spike up to be able to act responsibly, act accordingly, and know how to get the fuck out of a situation, then you do not need to go out with those bitches. They will leave you high and dry to do whatever the fuck that they want to do, because they don't want to let a bad time ruin their vibe. I stood 10 toes down on what the fuck I said about what the fuck he did and how I didn't care whose brother he was, because what he did was wrong at the end of the day. You cannot keep herself contempt. Like, she literally let her feelings override her logic, and she let her relation to this person override what this person's actions was and did. I feel like the biggest take that I got from going out with my ex-friend and her family was, just know who you're about to go out with, know who you're about to get drunk with, know who you're about to be intoxicated around, because at the end of the day, you could be in a situation just like me where I'm thinking that I'm with my family, my second family, then lo and behold, they act in a way that shows them that them bitches is not your family, those bitches is not your friends. And that concludes our types of friendships to let go of video. If you guys want to see a part 2, please make sure to let me know by sharing this video, giving it a like, giving it a comment, and making sure that you subscribe. And if you guys want to hear the full story to the mini story times that I dropped in this video, also make sure that you give this a comment. Let me know which story piqued your interest and which one you would like to hear first. And you can catch me next Sierra Sunday. Until next time, East Passes, peace out.